She had to start with the ho ho hos.
Santa.
Right. Bye-bye. Well, Stay Active Georgia, we are going to have fun this month because we have been busy little elves visiting all over the state of Georgia, 4 big light shows, and we're going to share with you videos and pictures from our favorites. There's lots of lights all over Georgia. We know that. Small towns and big towns. We picked 4 to really focus on that you guys could get to, and we're going to share with you our tips and tricks as we...
No, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
As we give you the gift of lights all over Georgia. We love you guys. Stay Active Georgia. This is fun. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah. Actually, we hope you have a good time. We've had a good time the last few weeks hitting all of these light shows.
It's been a world tour.
Now it's time for you guys to have fun and choose which light shows you're going to go see. And let us know what you go see and what you think of it. So give us some feedback there. But you want to start out?
Well, so what we did was we picked 4. And again, what we do with Stay Active Georgia, as you already know, we pick a northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast. And so we visited, in no certain order, Callaway Gardens. Had a great time there. Lake Lanier Islands. Wow. Also, Macon's Lights in Macon, Georgia. And also Atlanta Botanical Gardens in Midtown Atlanta. So those are the 4 that we're featuring this time. They're, the cool thing about Georgia is you just drive a few hours and you can get to all of these amazing things. So where do you want to start?
Well, let's start at Callaway Gardens.
Okay. Alphabetical order. Not really, but
I'm not sure, but
there won't be a test.
But Callaway Gardens, that was absolutely beautiful. What I would suggest for Callaway Gardens, a couple of things. I would suggest you go and you spend the night and you stay on the property.
Yeah.
And make it a 2-day trip. Make it a weekend thing, whether it's some girlfriends, a couple, families, whatever you want to do. Make it a 2-day trip because there is so much to do on Callaway Gardens. And there's some real benefits to taking advantage of their packages. We took advantage and we stayed on the property and got their package that included the light show costs, and it saved us a little money. The other thing we encourage you to do is not drive your own car through Callaway Gardens light show, but get on that
the shuttle
and do that, and take a blanket and just enjoy the whole experience, with the warmth, and snuggle up to your loved ones and get on the shuttle.
And seriously, you might want to take a blanket because it was a little chilly when we went, but now it's it's unpredictable. So
it's Georgia.
Yeah.
You never know.
And they actually call it a trolley, although it's a truck pulling these shuttles, and a lot of people can fit on each shuttle, and they've got probably 30 of these things sitting out there. So
yeah.
It gets busy.
But there's so much to do in the gardens. You'll see, going to the butterfly exhibit, seeing the bird show, and riding your bikes around. There's just walking on the trails. There's so much, and the lodge is beautiful. All the property's beautiful, and so I just really encourage you to go a couple of days if you can.
We actually stayed in the Mountain Creek Inn, which is just across the street, but it's part of the Callaway system, and there was a little shuttle that took us from the hotel into Callaway Gardens. Yep.
And so then from Callaway, we go to...
Lake Lanier?
Lake Lanier.
Lake Lanier Islands.
Lake Lanier was surprising. We had never gone to Lake Lanier. I mean, we've been to Lake Lanier, but not to Lake Lanier Islands, to the light show.
Yeah.
And all the things. And I think what Lake Lanier reminds me of is an outdoor festival. In our northern states of the United States, the northern parts of this country, a lot of people do outdoor winter festivals all the time. And to me, that's what Lake Lanier felt like, was an outdoor winter festival. And I think, ideally for teenagers, if you need to go wear some teenagers out and want to have some fun like that, that is an ideal place for teenagers to go and have a good time.
And even younger kids, middle school.
Yes, right.
Because there's a lot to do. There's the Ferris wheel, as you can see in our pictures and videos. There's the kids' snowball area where you can shoot snowballs and make snowballs, and they actually made their wave pool into a snow area. And then there's the slide. You can sled down a tube, and they were just having a blast. So there's a ton to do. You drive through and then stop and do all the other attractions that are there. And they've really created an incredible family festival.
Yeah, they have.
There.
And if you can't do the whole festival and you don't want to do all of that part, but you want to just drive through, I think Lake Lanier has a beautiful just drive-through light show. I would say pack your car as full as you can with friends and family, and then it makes it a little more worth your while financially. But it's a beautiful light show, just a nice evening to drive through, especially if you're within an hour or an hour and a half of the light show of Lake Lanier. It's totally worth it just to go for the lights.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a blast.
Yeah.
And then we went to Macon.
Macon was great. Macon was so sweet. And we love the whole story of Macon, the gentleman that started it, and this church and community just trying to build and create a space in their community for all of Macon to come together and enjoy and experience Christmas. And it's just lightened up literally all of downtown in a lot of different ways.
It's a great story. A guy named Brian Nichols, he, with a team of people, has created an incredible light show. The great thing that I like about Macon is that you do a lot of walking throughout the whole downtown area. And so you can get some exercise in. The kids are going to run around. When we were there were so many families with kids walking around, so much laughter. The music and the lights are all synced up, and it's just really, it's really incredible what they've created there to bring downtown Macon back to life during this time of year.
Yep, I agree. And if you want to go down and check it out, you can go early and have dinner at one of the restaurants. There are tons of restaurants downtown. If you want to go even earlier and get some outdoor, extra steps in, you could check out the Ocmulgee Outfitters there, and they have all kinds of hiking trail and kayaking and all sorts of running trail, all sorts of extra information to help you out with if you want to get out and get a few more steps in.
They're great people, and the owner have gotten to know and kind of partnered up with Stay Active Georgia. So we're going to be featuring more of Macon and that whole area, and the other two as well. Our last stop was in downtown Atlanta, and this is the first time that I have had the pleasure of going to the Atlanta Botanical Gardens lights, and just wow.
It's wow.
It's
I'm not gonna lie. It is fantastic. I personally think it's more of an adult experience. I think it's very romantic. I think it's just beautiful, and you want to just go and relax and enjoy it. So I'm going to say give yourself at least 2.5 hours to go. It's very easy to go there and park and go right in to where you pay and walk around. You do walk around the gardens quite a bit, but it's beautiful. And you just go and relax and enjoy it.
Yeah, there is a lot of walking, but that's the great thing about what we do here with Stay Active Georgia. We want you to be active, but the thing about what Carlene said with the adults is you can buy a package, and it does include, I think, a glass of wine or a beer. They've got a couple of bars set up at the far end and at the entrance. They also had a DJ who was rocking out with some awesome tunes. But they've expanded it over the years, and as a sound and light guy, and that is my past, I was truly amazed at how all of the lights and all the music and sound was synced up together. You didn't go into an area where you heard something else from the past. You were hearing that, and the lights were synced up to it, and it was just, well, you can see in the video, well, I don't know if you can see it really, but we sat for probably 15 or 20 minutes under what I call the rain lights and just relaxed. And it was so beautiful to watch and experience.
It was. Well worth every penny we paid to go in there. And honestly, we would probably would go back and take other people back this season as well. So it's that great. And it's even worth fighting Atlanta traffic for.
Yeah, well, that's what I was about to say, because, Atlanta traffic, it is what it is. So plan your trip accordingly, and you just know that, just plan ahead.
Yeah.
But
go downtown early, maybe have some dinner.
Yeah,
go over to the
exactly.
gardens.
Find a place to eat. It's so worth it. It is absolutely beautiful. Every single light show that we went to and showed you guys, has its specialness about it, and each one is unique in its own way. And we just recommend all of them. And we know there's other light shows in the state. These are the 4 that we wanted to show you guys. And it's been a busy couple of weeks to get this in, but we're having a blast doing this for y'all.
Yes. So now we hope that you get out and explore Georgia and be active in Georgia, but mostly just have fun. Get out there with your family and your friends and experience the holiday season together.
And I don't know.
Is that fire too hot for you, honey?
Really burning me up.
He wanted a fireside chat, so I said, "Why don't you just put it on the TV?
I wanted
you
to
have
do
the technology."
I wanted to do a fire pit outside, but it's too cold. Really crazy, I know. And anyway, and it's dark, so we've had a great time, and we really appreciate you guys being members of Stay Active Georgia. We hope that you have an incredible December and a great time with family and friends, and an incredible Christmas. We've got some fun, great things planned for 2020, and we hope that you would share this news of Stay Active Georgia, this movement all over the state. We're bringing on some great partners, and we're just honored and proud to do that too. But share it with your family and friends, and together we can stay active, Georgia. So Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And we will talk to you guys soon. I'm going to turn this fire down a little bit.